Oh no, not in springtime. Summer, winter, or fall. No, never would I leave you at all. Welcome back, folks. Oh, okay. You just wanted to run around the fountain a little bit before flying. That's... Alrighty. Let's see if there's anywhere else. There's obvious here. Here's the Four Winds. Can I go... Ooh, let's see what's up here. Whee! Hi!
Great Minotaur! How did you gain entry to our throne room without the guards escorting you, human?
I flew.
You what?
I flew!
I hunted for that magical item you told me about, and as you can see, I found it. Or them, as it turned out.
But I never...
And you did grant me freedom to wander the city, didn't you, your lordship? So I thought I would call on you again to thank you for...
Of course I granted you the privilege of exploring the city, human! But it's no excuse to try to pull us down to your level by boasting that now humans can fly as well.
Oh, but that's not fair. Humans aren't supposed to fly. We are. Papa, why can this silly human fly?
Celeste, dear, this man is father to the King of the Isle of the Crown. The same man that saved you from the Minotaur.
I could have gotten out of there on my own.
Yeah.
Silence, Celeste! I must think.
Think no further, we had a deal.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Hey!
Azur, dear,
Your Highness, if I weren't in such a need for visiting your city, I would step down right away. But I must plead, in the name of my son, your king, to please keep your word and let me wander this city, as it may hold some answers for restoring the king's health.
dear, you did offer that, and you are a man of honor.
Agreed. You may travel this city, but I shall not be held responsible for the humiliations you will probably suffer at the hands of our people. And you will leave immediately after you are done with your task. Understood?
Thoroughly.
But Papa...
How many times do I have to tell you not to interfere with your father's affairs?
I apologize for any troubles. My visit with the Druids went over fairly well.
Did it?
Yes, and I have you to thank for it.
Us?
Of course you have.
You let me see the Oracle. She told me to go to the Isle of the Mists.
He should have stayed there.
Celeste, please.
I smack her.
The Archdruid gave me the ingredients to a spell that should help me save my children. With luck, I should be able to get to the bottom of what's going on and put a stop to it.
Perhaps this chaos is affecting more than just the other isles.
Perhaps. Azur, we felt that storm just as strongly as anyone on the Isles would. We're not out of reach of whatever forces are wreaking havoc at this time. If you are on a quest to stop this chaos, then I wish you the best of luck, Graham. At one time I thought I lost my child, but I got her back. Hopefully you will get your children back as well.
What can you tell me about your city?
It's beautiful, is it not? Just as magnificent as it was in my father's day, if not better.
It is very lovely. I've never seen or even heard of a place like it.
No surprises. Humans barely have access to such magnificent places. You should feel grateful I gave you permission to wander our city.
I am. I must say, however, I've seen plenty of human places as magnificent as this one.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
Okay.
You have a crowded main street.
The Artist Boulevard is the pride of our city. There, artisans of all manner gather to perform their work, sell their goods, and meet their friends. At one end of the street is the amphitheater, another of our great artistic accomplishments.
Yes, in fact, there will be another play very soon. Othello.
Ah, Othello. One of Valenice's favorites. If it wasn't because of the tragedy, I could attend with my lovely wife. With your due permission, of course.
A human at our theater.
Do not take such liberties for granted. Or do I need to remind you of our deal? Once your businesses are over here, you shall leave, to never come back again.
Understood, my lord.
Asshole.
I've heard several stories about your people. What are they really like?
They're beautiful, intelligent, and gifted. Much more so than any human.
As my daughter's response would have you know, Graham, we are an accomplished and proud race and hold ourselves to high standards, as high as this isle itself. Even the meekest members of our race have a great deal of pride. Much justified, of course.
What about the island itself?
It is a place where we focus ourselves on the highest pursuits of the mind. Through study, debate, and artistry, we constantly seek to improve and expand our knowledge.
And the wall.
I couldn't help but notice the enormous wall beyond the city. What is it?
The Wall of Omnipotence dates back even before our people, and we have long studied it to try to determine if it is a natural occurrence or if it was built, and by whom. It is impossible to fly to the top of the wall due to its great height and the wild winds clashing and crossing around it. It is one of our greatest challenges.
There is an old tale, however, claiming that if one were able to tame the winds, he or she would be able to fly to the top and there find the fabled golden tree.
That's silly. I tried many times, and I couldn't find a way.
I'm sure you tried as hard as when you tried to escape the catacombs.
By the time that human arrived, I'd freed myself already.
Yes, dear.
A golden tree?
It is a tree made entirely of gold. Even the fruit is said to be the purest of solid gold.
I'm sure many have pursued it. It could mean the richness of anyone.
That is, of course, only if the tree exists, but I highly doubt that. If my people haven't been able to find it, no one could.
And you mentioned something about taming the winds?
If you are so interested in our culture and myths, I would advise you to use the time that you have here to pursue some of this knowledge, and stop wasting our time with your questions.
I only considered that you could have enlightened me in such matters, since your highness is such a wise man.
And I am. But one thing I am not is a human lecturer.
Dude!
Well, I must be on my way to continue the search for the ingredients to the spell.
Do not forget, the faster you leave this city, the better.
God damn. You were at least a little nice to me.
Your highnesses?
Human.
Well, I must...
Do not forget, the fast.
Right. What's up, honey? No. Okay.
Well, I must be on...
Do not.
The craftsmanship of the vases shows some of the most primitive signs of the winged culture, while the paintings in them depict the story of great heroes and even greater accomplishments.
Can I go over here?
Graham,
No? Is that
the
a no?
guards ignore Graham in every way possible, and even when he knows they deserve the same treatment, the king's manners are too sophisticated to not acknowledge their presence and importance of duty.
Hi!
Graham doesn't want to waste his time. They will only continue to ignore him.
Poor Graham. Fine. Go flutter about. So this wall. Whoa! Alright. So we'll have to find a way to tame the four winds. Which is probably best done by leaving. I assume it's something with the statues, and beyond that I assume...
These are the statues of the four winds that Alexander told Graham about. To the south is the statue of the wind Sirocco, playing a horn. Valenice has told Graham that Sirocco actually appeared horse-like when she encountered the winds. Apparently, the winged ones believe the winds to look more like them. Somehow, Graham's not surprised. These are the statues of the four winds that Alexander told Graham about. The statue to the west is of the wind spirit Zephyr, strumming a lute serenely as he looks out over the homes of the winged ones.
Berenice told Graham that Zephyr was a female wind spirit, however. These are the eastern statue of Borasco has the strong wind spirit playing a drum with his fellows. According to Graham's wife, Borasco was rather monstrous spirit who threatened to devour her before his mother called him off. To the north is the statue of Levanter, the king of the winds, playing a harp. Berenice has told Graham of her encounter with the winds themselves in Etheria and how they helped her stop the eruption of the volcano in time to save the realm of Eldritch.
You want my loot?
That's a good idea, but this may not be the best place to do that. That's a good...
Alright, well, why don't we try it at the wall?
Even though it was a good idea, it doesn't seem to have worked.
Damn. You know what, let us head out for now. I'm trying to think that the only... according to the muses, we would need to play them a song. Right? And, I'm kind of going on a guess. I still think we need to store a memory, and I'm hoping... Graham? Graham there, buddy?
Ready to sail?
Yeah. What I'd like to attempt to do is see if I can't store the memory of that song into the gem. Not to say that that will work at all. It's one of those things that while I'm thinking about it, we'll see what happens. We're still no closer to a shovel, but I would like to go back to the maze at some point again, too. Let's see if his song... Granted, this could be a giant waste of time, but that's kind of the enjoyment of point and clicks. By the way, I've probably brought it up before, but just as a reminder, Cognition is the new game that Phoenix Online is working to develop after the Silver Lining. However, they will need your help. For Cognition to work, we're looking at about... Phoenix, rather... about $25,000 to get the game off the ground. The way the Kickstarter program works, however, is that the money is only charged if they raise it. So, you know, if they only get to, you know, $1,000, which they're already well past, but if they only got to $1,000 and they didn't get any further, that $1,000 would be refunded. So...
Graham would rather not.
Can I...
Graham doesn't need to store a memory.
Damn!
Graham would rather not interrupt.
Alright, so it was a waste. What can you do? Uh-oh. Graham? Graham? There we go. Hey. Come out this end there, buddy. Come on, Graham. Hey, alrighty. You made it out. But Cognition is looking really, really awesome. You can find information on it on the TSL-game or Phoenix Online Studios websites. And yeah, I mean, I really recommend. You can see, I always rave about how much I love Phoenix Online Studios as an indie developing company, mostly because they're really pursuing a passion that they love. You know, a point-and-click adventure, the genre is dead. You know, everyone just wants high-action, high-twitch, you know, games like that. And, you know, Phoenix wants to kind of show that the genre isn't dead, and that they can still make a great game. And that takes a lot of ambition. I can say that if Cognition is even half as fun as Silver Lining, I'll love it. They really, really did a great job with this game. I mean, is it buggy? Well, you know, no more than many other games I play, and considering I'm a magnet for bugs for some odd reason. Although I am slightly stuck. Unfortunately, I guess there's really no way of faking it. I had kind of wanted to complete the entire episode 4 before posting any videos, because despite how many times I tell people I don't want tips, I don't want helps, I don't want spoilers, just leave me alone, people always feel like, hey, why don't you try this? The game is free, why the hell don't you try it, asshole? But, you know, regardless. And someone had told me that I should try and use the shears on the maze. Would I have figured it out? Who will never know. But again, I would really appreciate it, folks. I do really love these point-and-click adventures. I love just getting lost in them for a while and trying to figure this stuff out. And when you spoil it, it kills me. It's like, you know, I don't know if I would have tried it myself or not, but let's see if the shears work. Hopefully the shears don't work. I wouldn't even know where to really use them anyway, but let's just...
Graham can't cut his way through here. Even if he tried, the foliage is so thick it would take hours.
Hey! Well, that's a good sign. Wow, that makes me happy now. We still never figured out what to do with the gluey baton. Not to be confused with Louis Vuitton in the purses. That's something different. Fortunately, this is going to be, I think, another video where not a lot of progress is made. Let's go back to the angels. Let us give our loot to the one angel, or the muse rather, and see if she can teach us at all, or something like that. Oh God! You know, yeah, I guess I do still need the boat. I mean, I was thinking that. Do I really need the boat with flying shoes? But I guess the magic of the shoes is limited. Oh, hi guys.
Unfortunately,
Is that a face? This kind of looks like one, doesn't it? Mouth there, closed eye, open eye. Ba-da-dum. Do, do, do.
That won't work, but keep trying. Graham doesn't...
Alright, folks, well, I guess that ends my video.
My most beautiful ladies.
As well as the
Thanks for watching, folks. Tune in to the next.